To Let's Talk Stroke. I am your host, Jerry Wald, a stroke survivor. And for those of you that are new here, I started doing the show to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, brain injury, um, and also bringing a platform here to provide platform for survivors, all survivors, to share their journeys from all across the world, and also bringing on experts in brain health so they can share their knowledge from all for all of us to learn. As we know, the brain is very complicated, so um, I wanted to talk about today about what am I going to talk about? But I mean, there's a lot of things to talk about, and I wanted to talk about how we um, are all individuals, the way we deal with stroke and how our recovery is. So please ask questions, make comments, and please subscribe if you haven't to Let's Talk Stroke on my YouTube channel. And then we'll go from there. So again, if you have any questions, let's make this interactive, and we can learn from each other, because I certainly don't have all the answers, and perhaps you can provide some insight of what we all do, because each one of us are different with our recovery, But anyway, sit back and let's go ahead and start this show. Okay. Woo. Good morning, everybody, and hope everybody's doing well this morning. And Joy, nice to see you. Let's go through this. And Obs, nice to see you. I did get onto yours. I think it was after, but I did comment on yours this morning. It's true what you said. So anyway, if you haven't gone to Simply Obs on her YouTube channel, go check it out. It's pretty awesome. You'll get some good information, great quotes. Anyway, Lynn, nice to see you. Robin, nice to see you. That's okay. Hey, just pop in, pop out. It's just a and Boyd, nice to see you. Just wanted to reach out here today and talk about a couple little things here that are pretty significant. Who can anybody say that word? So anyway, dealing with stroke. I guess you guys know there's no guarantees. Um, um, I mean, look, I've been 13 years out, and I thought, okay, I know it's just a couple of months or whatever. Excuse me. That my progress will be back to normal. But there's really no what do you call it, timeline to on our progress through our recovery. So everyone has a stroke that's different, as you guys know. The steps in recovery should be, well, how do you say that? Viewed as a general pattern and not an absolute path. But if you stick with it, I mean, I've learned so much over the last 13 years what I should be doing, what I should have done, and it's really made a big difference for my where my journey is. Excuse me there. Absolutely, go through this. That's right. Never give up. I'm coming on 8 years, Obs. Yes. Let's see, 8 years. I thought I'd be, and that's what I thought. I actually went back to work for just a little bit, and I think, hey, good morning, Lynn. I'm sure I probably just repeat myself here. Actually, I know what I do. But anyway, yeah, I thought I was going to go back to work shortly after, as soon as I was able to walk, um, talk, and get my right hand all back to normal. But I worked on my left hand. I was doing actually pretty good, but I don't want to admit it, but I did. I will. I didn't work. Actually, the first couple of years, I worked my tail off and worked really hard to get um, my recovery better and better and better, and it was really good. And for those of you that know me, that I said this before, that I am going to work harder and harder in what I'm doing to get better and stronger. And I started the beginning of the year, and it's just so in the beginning of the year, it's made a huge difference. I mean, moving my foot, so my drop foot, all that, not wearing my AFO, well, depends if we're going outside or wherever, then I wear it. Uh, yes, thanks for asking questions, making comments here. Robin, you're asking me about my therapy, how it's going. I'll tell you what, my therapy, which I was never the fan of, fine motor skills and all that kind of stuff. This is my good side. But but yeah, it's going so great with the company, my therapist who I'm using. She's so good. She has the patience with me, but she's really doing a great job. Well, yeah, she's taught me things that I didn't know over the last 13 years. What I've been through. I've been through so much therapy. Um, Prior to the pandemic, I was going about 6 months a year. Um, it's been amazing. Well, I thought of things good. Then the pandemic hit, and then I kind of got complacent and didn't do what I should be done. I thought I was going to come, I'd be back to it, but I do virtual therapy now as far as occupational therapy, and it's actually going great. I really enjoy it, and didn't know it would be, there's a difference with the let's see. Yes, I know, Robin. There's a sorry here. Good morning, Robert. What's really good is my virtual therapy for what do you call it, for occupational therapy is going great. I've learned so much new stuff that I didn't know before. Because I mean, really, before um, with speech therapy and occupational therapy, not me. Wasn't a fan at all. But I went to speech therapy not too long ago. God, it's been about a year now, and I actually liked it. Because I don't know how you guys feel. But I don't know if you've had the same issue that I did. I don't need I don't need speech therapy. I talk fine. Um, and in the beginning, it's funny. I thought maybe um, I'm not talking loud enough. So every time when I'm saying something to Barb, not all the time, but a lot of the times, she goes, "What?" I I kind of give up because it probably wasn't that important what I was saying. Um, okay, where am I going with this? But anyway, um, I have to speak slower. I know that does work. I ended up going to when I did go to speech therapy, let's say maybe is it a year ago, sometime last year, and I was recorded. And I don't know if my last therapist back, I'm going to say 10, 13, 12 years, 10 years, whatever, I never, hey, Kit, Jocelyn, I never thought, um, you know, I didn't need therapy, but I did. But then occupational therapy, I didn't like that either. I was not a big fan of fine motor skills. I'll tell you that. But I don't go to what do you call it? I don't go to physical therapy because I know what to do, and it's working out really good here. Um, and there's so many things. I'll start putting more posts on me with my doing what I'm for my ankle and stretching it back and forth. It's making a huge difference, big difference there. So I'm so glad of that. And I'm so glad of what I'm doing with the and Robin. I know they're working on it. I mean, it's really kind of cool with the occupational therapy. Instead of having to travel, um, doing it virtually, it works great. I mean, the tools that I'm using like my pill bottles. Working on that. Um, a water bottle. There's so many little things that I'm doing. Believe it or not, this is not a used one, but a toothbrush. There's some things that we're doing that pretty darn cool. So if you're using doing occupational therapy, I don't know, have you used a hammer? I have. What I'm using, oh, a 5 pound weight, which for me on my affected side, kind of heavy. But but yes, I know. Let me go through his comments. Yes, yeah, record yourself. That makes, oh my gosh, I've done that. Well, my therapist told me to. Well, she wanted to do it. Do you mind? Oh yeah, no problem. I mean, so record yourself and then go back and watch. I know and listen. It's just crazy what you know. Therapists are 70. I mean, I know I'm reading it. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Wow. You know, Kevin, I see you. Let's see here. Yeah, I know the hammer. That's a tough one there. So Robin, can you ask me to survive? Let's see. Let me look at some of these here. Can you ask it how many survivors, warriors, difficulty have getting in and out of bathtub on their own? Okay, for me, I don't think I haven't. I know I'm not a bather. I'm a shower. I haven't been in a bath um, forever. We went to a hotel before I knew that it is heavy. Heavy. I know, me too. I just didn't have the 2 pound. But if I get into a bathtub, I did it once, and it was because we had a trip a long time ago, and I didn't ask for a accessible handicap room, so I need like a wheel-in shower. But I didn't have so I had to have like my wife help me get in the shower, and even that, it got to a point where that same weekend I just showered it off in the sink. Okay, but hey, that's really what. So that's what I did. But um, I know, Jocelyn, good job. Yeah, Robin, get some bars. I know I don't do when we got this house, I ended up on the only reason I know the shower is the way to go, Ken. But the only reason we got this place is with it's a walk-in shower, literally, not like step up, even that little lip thing. It's literally a walk-in shower, and we put rail bars in there just because, and I'm glad we did because when I broke my hip, I had the shower chair, I had the this, that, and the other. Um, it was, it's a battle. I mean, having a stroke. What was I had some things. So, like I said, there was no guarantees and all that. I did make a little thing saying um, there actually is seven different recoveries stages in recovery. Um, it, First of all, as you guys know, maybe some people don't. If you don't, if you're new, that's okay. A stroke can affect obviously our movement. This is true. I look at some of these things. Our movement, our coordination, our vision. So far, I'm all those. Speech, yes. Swallowing. I'm over that. So I don't have the swallowing issue. Thinking, thinking abilities. I mean, who doesn't have all this stuff? Um, and one of the biggest thing that I deal with is, my way to say that, the emotional part of the processing. But I've always said, I don't know if I've repeated this, and I usually, okay, when you have a brain injury, you just repeat yourself. Not all the time, but I do. So I always say that. Do I always say this? No. The location, extent of the lesion would from the stroke, or tissue involvement, time before the treatment, other factors that affect the outlook of recovery. But let's see. However, experts have generally pattern of motor recovery from stroke. As you know, recovery is different for everyone. Um, um, and there's always, do I say all that all the time? Do I say that all the time? I don't. Let's just go back to some of the comments. I got the grab bars down with the shower. Yes, me too. Bars are fine, but the step over tub. Duh, it's not me, Robert. No step over the tub. That's the. I mean, that's like for me, that's an accident waiting to happen. I know the ones we did, they have those little things you throw in the shower. It makes it non-sticky, but still, just to get in there is a tough deal. Um, um, Sponge baths, yeah, are better than nothing. Very true. Very true. Kelly, nice to see you. Um, it's nice to see everybody. I'm pleased and happy that you're here. Um, Good morning, Tom. Hope everything is going well to you today. Um, yes, got to have strong leg muscles to step over that. And over. Yeah. But what I've noticed so much, and because I is my hamstrings are so freaking weak. So I'm working on my hamstrings. If you saw my show with Chris Dietrich um, on Tuesday, you want to talk about motivating? I mean, we talked this morning too. He's 11, 10 hours different time zone, but we talked this morning, last night, how he motivates me. And he posts a lot of on Instagram. So if you haven't seen his Instagram, it's pretty awesome that how he motivates me. Because this year I'm gonna be way better than I was last year. I mean, I kept saying I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I did that. But did I do all the things I wanted to do? Not really. Not really, but that's okay. I'm better late than never, and I'm doing it now. So it's pretty darn awesome. I can't. It's so funny. Richard, nice to see you. Um, yes, Chris Dietrich, and I'll tell you, excuse me. I know you want to find him, but if you go to, let me see if I can pull him up here, and then you can, um, you got to follow him on Instagram. He's very I mean, hello, he's so motivating. Let's see here. Okay, Christopher Brian Dietrich, Dittrich, Rich. That's DIT. Look at my eyesight here. We just talked about Dittrich. Check him out on Instagram. Um, you'll be it's C. I mean, it's a C period Dietrich, Brian Dietrich. Just if you have a chance to check him out, you're going to be impressed what he does. Richard, nice to see you. I appreciate all the videos you send. Robin, if I was gonna send, I could send it to you also. Let's see. Good morning from sunny South Florida, Kim. Nice to see you. But anyway, I am completely motivated by him to, and a lot, the one, if anybody's posting stuff with pictures, because I remember in the beginning, I was posting pictures of myself. Thought, okay, here we go to cough again. I had to, I kept thinking, okay, people think I'm just doing this just, I don't know what, to show. I mean, why you post your stuff all the time? This was years ago. Now, the great thing about it is I post pictures of like me walking, me talking, even using little fine motor skill stuff. Um, and if you haven't gone to my website or my YouTube page, check it out. letstalkstroke.com. And you can find all my, oh, by the way, subscribe, hit that notification button. Then you'll know when I go on. Because every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. Central Time, except we changed it this past um, Tuesday just because Chris was, I mean, he's out there in Bangkok, Thailand. So, I mean, made an exception. That's pretty awesome. um, yes, let's see. Pics of you. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. And I don't want to break the rules. I no, you, Robert. Awesome, man. And you like Maddie book. I be fully recovered, but still have goals. I know. I know. I know. Oh, Robbie, you've probably been all over there, huh? Anyway, just because of pilot type stuff. Um, anyway, yeah, Maddie, we talk all the time. Maddie's a good friend. She's so nice. But let's see here. What was I going through here? But it's a lot. It's something that you gotta go with. And I know rehab is different for everybody. I can say rehab in the pool when I was inpatient, their pool was like 95 degrees, and they had a lazy river that you go the opposite way. Oh my gosh, that's the best. They had a treadmill in the pool, which is great because if you fall off, you fall off. It's not going to hurt, nothing like that. And I was swimming with one arm, the other one trying to move in there. But in the summertime, man, I was, using the arm. Um, you know, I mean, I couldn't even move this arm. I mean, the right arm, and I know you can't see it, but the stuff, and I try to keep your arm straight all the time. That's what I do, and I never want to be bunched up like this, because when I first had the stroke, I kept seeing so many people like that. I said, "Oh gosh, it's going to be difficult to not do that," but I did that. Um, Robert, I saw you. It was great. Thank you. Wow. Yeah. Richard, it keeps logging me out. Thanks, everyone. Hey, and, go to YouTube. And Robert, Richard, did you subscribe to my YouTube channel? Let's Talk Stroke. I'm gonna get lower over 1,000, which is kind of cool. I've never. I mean, hey, Brad, what's up, brother? Love picture that you did with your significant other. Beautiful picture. Daniel, good morning. I know, no worries. Daniel's going to be on my show this morning. Just some technical difficulty, website, no big deal. But Daniel, you do the thing to my yeah. Okay, well, we'll chat. But anyway, yeah, it's so many things about stroke. Do I say recovery? Um, stroke. I always say that explaining the stroke is it really is a step-by-step um, process that I tell. People have come to me and said, when I used to go to the grocery store, man, did I not want to talk to everybody about stroke or brain injury? Then it got to a point where I'm so tired of someone saying, "You don't look like you had a stroke. You look too young to have a stroke." What am I? I'm a little lost. What should I look like? Um, so I don't even say it. I don't even say when people when I'm in the store wearing on my AFO, because it's a lot of people usually in the store. Um, oh, would you hurt your leg? Yeah, kind of hurt my leg. Then sometimes I'll get into it, but just you know, does anybody get dizzy when you're walking? Because there is some stuff that I listen to, and I do a lot of research. Yes, there. I know. Oh gosh, let's see here. I'm going through this, looking some comments here. I was going away. Bernie replying to Brad. Yeah, hey now. Yes, that's it, Robin. That is it. I actually pull it up because what, he's so motivating. Um, and I will bring it up here so you can see. Okay, C is in Charlie, D is in David, underscore. You got that? Um, let's see, worldwide. That's it, worldwide. So CD underscore worldwide. That's where you'll find him. So if you got that, Candace, nice to see you out here. Appreciate it. Sometimes it's vertigo. Okay, yeah. When I'm walking, sometimes I get dizzy but I try to keep myself busy. Who does not look down when you're walking? I mean, I've been told this several things. Don't look down, and speed is not your friend. You get that? That's what I say. Um, well, they say that. My therapist always said that speed is not your friend. And I wish I could show you some of the things that I'm doing with my therapy. Here's another thing. I just have to move this back. When I with my occupational. What I try to do when you're, excuse me, when I'm trying to do things, I lift my arm. That's not what you're supposed to do. I'm trying to go forward. Like I have an old cane here. I put it on the side and I hold on to it. Oh, you probably can't see. Hold it here. And now I just try to go straight without shaking it. I know oops, you can't really see, and then pull it back straight. And that is trying to keep myself from lifting my arm up. And it makes a difference. There's so many things that I've learned through my new therapy that I'm getting through my occupational therapy. It's freaking awesome, I swear. Um, yes, it's live. But you do that all the time. That's right, Kelly. Thank you for sharing that. But yeah, so many other things. I don't know how your tone is in your arm. Mine is pretty tight. You got like this side. I can move this. This one, I've got to crank on it to move it. My hand stays straight. You know, but I don't know if you can see. You see my fingers, how they're all Jayhawk there, or whatever. If I straighten them out, that's because I always want to shake people's hands, and I kept pushing. My therapist said I've ruined my tendons. I stretched them, so that's why. I don't know if you can get surgery on that, but you know what? I still can shake a hand, but I got to go straight. I keep going lift like that. It's not good, but I'm working on that. I'm working on so many things. Um, Holding the bottle and trying to. It's all about therapy, But anyway, so I'm doing some of the stuff that's pretty so cool. Working through muscle, pain in my calf. Wow. I need on stairs. I have to do what do you call it? I have to have railings on both sides. Otherwise, and you hold on my left side, good side there. Go down, same thing. But it's so much to think about. I mean, who does not have to concentrate all the time when you're doing any therapy? I mean, there's a little glass here, and I same with that, and same thing. I mean, there's so much stuff you have to think about. Um, Stacy, been a while. How are you, my friend? Starting. Can you open your hand? No. Yes. Look. I mean, straight. And I typically want to go this way, right? Pronation, all that. But I'm working on this. I know 13 years. The beginning, I was really working my tail off. And I got complacent. I think it was ever since the it's an excuse, but I know the pandemic. And I know there's a lot of things that I worked on with like my using my thumb to open a bottle cap because I kept thinking, why do I do? It's easier for me to hold on here and open with this one, but trying to get all these little moving patterns. I'm working on everything that I possibly can through my therapist now, so kind of cool. I have to think everything. Yes, congrats. Um, um, well, there's a big reflection here, but I requested Ed to follow Chris. Oh, okay. Can you tell him? Yes, yeah. He's 99%. He's on what do you call it? On Instagram. But yeah, I will do that, Robin. I definitely will. Awesome guy. Which therapy helped your hand? Well, let me think. The occupational, but since day one, I always kept my hand like this. I even have this at Heifer. This is old. You see it's plastic, hard plastic. So I'd stick my fingers in there and I'd sleep with it. So it kept my fingers straight. I didn't put it in there, but that's what I use all the time. And it's made because of one of my occupational therapists years ago did that, and she gave me a lot of the tools trying to think. Well, I mean, I have a closet full of stuff. You know, I use the bands. Anybody have the bands here? I got with handles on it. I've got, name it, I've got it. It's pretty amazing. And yesterday, believe it or not, we used a, well, everything's gonna fall. I have a book here, and and I trying to, I don't know how to, whoops, I don't know, I can't show you. I have to move my camera down and all that, but so many things, just to gravity, just to let it flow, so I wouldn't have to go like this, because that's a big deal. I use, let's see, I use these too. I don't know if anybody uses these. These are 2-pound weights, so we put them on my wrist, and I have a couple of them. So I use a couple things of went way off base, not base, but went on. I was gonna talk about so much stuff, but stroke, brain injury is so important for us that um, that we learn from. But thank you for the Kelly. Yeah, and Robert. Yeah, I have two, and they were so big. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. You know what, Candace? Before the pandemic, I was an animal trying to get all through this thing. Nice to see you too. Um, Reach out to me if you want to share an update of your story, your journey, Stacy. But anyway, yeah, before the pandemic, I was an animal. I was going 2 to 3 times a week therapy for 6 months a year, and the only thing and I still have so much paperwork from my balance, my leg strength, bladder. I mean, all medication, things you have to think about. I mean, who doesn't forget? Ah, okay, doesn't forget to take the meds at night. That's typically when I forget. Not all the time, just every once in a while. Candace, it's so nice to see you here. Let's see. Yes, constant work is required to get one tone back. Yeah, I got that. Have to drink. I can't get one of my blade. Left spinal. Okay. If I have hyperextend, chin, and look up high in the air, I can bring on dizziness. Okay. You know what's funny? I forgot to ask Chris yesterday, is about seizures. How many people still have? Yes. How many people still have seizures? I take the seizure meds, and I've heard it good and bad from a lot of people, but I do, because I don't want a chance going in to not take it and wean myself off. I just keep it. It seems like it's working, but I don't know. But anyway, yeah. But the therapy, there's so much stuff. But yeah, what helped? I know you asked me, and I'm sorry. What helped my hand open, Stacy? When I was, I've just said this earlier. I was always, no, I wasn't. This is what I've seen a lot of people, but I didn't. I kept seeing it, and my therapist made me a lot of these things, bigger, long ones, that can cover my wrist all the way to my hand, so I can sleep with it. Now I'm so used to it. I sleep on this side, the good side, and I shove my hand straight under myself and sleep under there, so it stays straight. That's just kind of what I do. Does it work? It works for me. Good morning, Zane. Tony. Yes. Tony, nice to see you. Well, nice to see everybody. And again, if you haven't done it, please subscribe to Let's Talk Stroke on YouTube. That's where most of my stuff. Okay. Good morning. And 10 years now. Time flies. Absolutely. I can't even believe it's been over 13 years now for me. So, what was I getting here? Something was 10 years. Good morning situation. I don't know what I forgot. Seizures, yes. Roxy, good to see you. You're epileptic, no seizures. You know what? That's good. For me, I know I was diagnosed epileptic as well. But it's funny, my affected side any longer doesn't shake unless I get clonus when I'm fatigued. This shake, this good old side here shakes, and you know, but I'm really kind of tired going to my neurologist. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry if you're watching, um, because every time I'm going, "How you doing?" He says, "How are you?" I said, "Good." A little tired. I had this happen. Here's what he says. Aw, huh? What's that? But he wants me in and out. You know, my old neurologist back when I first had mine, he would let me sit. He did all the, that little roller thing with spikes on it to feel your, like, okay, on the affected side or my leg affected. He did everything to really make me so comfortable with him there, just to really understand stroke. But then I found out 4 maybe years later, 5 years ago, aphasia. No one told me. I mean, should they tell me? Well, yeah, they should. Um, all I remember is my therapist, one of my speech therapists, he wanted me to go. He said, that's maybe why I didn't. I don't want to say it like I like him, but I just didn't like the way he approached it. Jerry, I just want to let you know when you during this stroke, when you go through the process of all the whatever thingamajiggy, you're gonna lose your job. What? I can't. I have to have a job. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, we moved from California without a job to come here with a job, a great job. Little did I know, lost the job. And Barb says, "Yeah, he kept telling you that. You didn't really believe him." Well, yeah. I mean, I thought I was going to be like brand new in like 6 months, a year. Okay, I'm 13 years out, but I know, I know, but Kelly, it is aphasia. But you know what? It's at a point now. It's kind of funny. I hope that doesn't offend anybody. It's kind of funny because when I'm talking, we kind of joke around with it here in my family, big family that we have. Um, the kids and my grandkids, because my mom lived in California. I live in Texas. Um, so um, the things take time to cure. I know. I don't. Ever since I knew what aphasia was, I got it worse. It's kind of weird. When I interviewed other stroke survivors, I was getting to understand what it really is, and I know, take time. Don't answer the question that you asked for them, and I don't. I never do that. If you've seen my interviews, I never deal with it at all. Um, Robin, thank you so much. Now this is your job to help others, and I totally love it. Let me tell you about the wow. We can't even get in that, but yeah, it's a little different. I do love this. I have to tell you, not getting paid. That's one thing, but I do love doing this more than, even though I thought banking was, what's this shit? It was the best. I thought it was the thing I was drawn to. Got here to Texas, and I'm we're doing so good. And then, like, just like that, as you know, how it happens. And now, and I thought that was my passion. Come to find out, when I first started doing this years ago, this is my passion. If we can inspire or help one person, or one of the stories that you guys share on my show, that's, one person. And if you can help a few other people, then it made a difference. And if I can share one thing that I've learned, or if you can share what you learned. I mean, I know you asked about the hand. I've always pushed like this. Got these little gadgets, gizmos here that I use. Um, I've done a lot of therapy, and I've done a ton of therapy. This year's different, just so you know. Um, let's just see. Thank you for commenting. I really appreciate it here, Candace. I wish what they did for your hand, they could have done for my left foot and toes. I'm sadly dealing with a hammer toe on my second toe, and feel that it could have been prevented if they had a orthotics to start me on right when I had my stroke. Um, God put you here to help the world wide stroke community. I'm reading the rest of it. I am grateful for your service to others. I appreciate that very much. And really, that will help me out. That I don't, I never want to. I always say that. I don't want taking credit because you guys boost me up. You guys, me watching you guys, what you've gone through, because it's pretty awesome. Not what you're going through, but what we're all experienced. And if we can help each other out, man, it's great. I talk to a lot of people that are kind of like in a slump and they don't want to, how do we get through this? Hey, I feel the same way. But if you keep at it day after day after day, I mean, really, that's a lot of work, a day after day. But I was always told, and I didn't listen to it in the beginning. Um, you need to do these, like, I mean, if I can't, some of the exercises that I've been told and did and learned through the therapist, do it 3 times a day at least. You need to. Did I do that? No, and I should have. In the beginning, I did, and I've seen huge progress. But I know what to do. Did I do it? No. But now, this year, I'm doing it. Like that's my life now. Is um, doing this all the time. The stuff that I've learned, and the stuff with Michaela from my therapist, from my occupational, freaking awesome. I'll tell you. So she's helped me. I mean, and we have a little more than an hour. We go to, and it's nice that we do virtual because when I go to my therapy at the place, it takes me a little time to get there, sign in. She or he's late a little, working with somebody else, and then they put me on the thing, go with the bike for 10 minutes. Okay, I do that, and I sit there. Then she starts coming back, and I mean, I don't know if you experience that. But that's, there's so many things, and I'm not bashing any of my old therapists and that I've done with, or yeah. So that's it's helped me tremendously. Okay, I totally went south on that. We all need to find our new interest now. Focus. Yes, I cannot stress that enough. Very true. Very true. But yeah, so I don't bash anybody. But when you find the one you like, you stick with it, and I do. So look at this. Okay, the eyesight's kind of messed up here. Debbie, good morning. Hope you all well. And if you, Debbie, I've told you, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Let's Talk Stroke. That's awesome. Then I go on Tuesday and Thursdays, 10 a.m. Central Time. We're here in Texas. And also, let's see if I can figure this out here. I'm on YouTube, several Facebook pages, LinkedIn, Twitch, um, YouTube, Twitch, a bunch of social media pages, and it's always they're live. And if you want to be on my show, reach out to me. You can always go to talkstroke@gmail.com. Send me a little message. I love to hear from you, and yes, love you too, Kelly. Repetition. I know, Robin. I see that you're doing that, and I'm motivated by you too. Yeah, was it yesterday? But you're doing it all the time on the bike for, I'll just say an hour. I can't remember, but watching what you're doing is so motivating. From my mouth, yes, repetition. But that's true. I don't know if you also been told, Robin. speed is not your friend, because we think when I want to get better and you know get this arm better, walking better, um, not falling. Okay, who has fallen? I've broken my hip. I had to do my hip surgery. Back in the wheelchair, there was a setback. It's just, I guess, part of the stroke life, the brain injury life. Oh, then I broke my clavicle. I fell on my back into a wall. I'm going over the last 13 years. And did I did actually a picture on that. Did a big red thing, a hole in the wall. Luckily, it was whatever the wall's made out of. So I did that. Not broke my hands. I bruised the what out of them. Going to therapy when I fell, go open the door. So the therapist bandaged up all the things. So fingers. Okay. So, but anyway, Robin, thank you. Well, no, yes, famous PT, love it. Anyway, it's funny, when I started doing this, I said stroke rehab, individualized. That's a good one. No one is the same, and that's so true. I mean, people say, "Well, my story's boring." Well, it's not boring. They're all different, which is great. I fell in my closet, tore my rotator cuff in December. I feel for you. I know. I feel like I'm a pro at this falling stuff. Yes, Robin, I see it. If you guys are seeing the comments, then that's awesome. Otherwise, I get so caught up in the comments, and I appreciate it because I want you guys to get involved. And if I can say one thing, that's great. If you can say one thing, I know Deb. Look, I'm already your best friend now, Debbie. Mike, where you been? My gosh, you just sleep in so much. If anybody doesn't know Mike's from South Wales, United Kingdom. Well, maybe all you guys put where you're from. That's okay. That must be awful praying for you. Yes, I know, Debbie. I know about the falling, but Claude tore my rib. Oh, I know. Gosh, I've had cortisone shots in my good side because I've favored that side all the time. Well, not all the time, but I favored it so much that, wow. Anyway, you guys, it's been awesome. I'm working on the landing. I know. Okay, tell me this, Debbie, and all of you, before I sign off here. When you fall, for those of you that have fallen, tell me it's not slow motion. I mean, you don't just fall. I'm in New Hampshire. Yep, still dealing with chronic fatigue. Okay, I forgot how far you're out, Candace, because I'm 13 years out. I've actually gotten better with the fatigue, but it's because this whole year, the few days that have been in the year, I am really gung ho on my therapy. And believe it or not, if anybody knows me, my occupational therapy, I was not a fan of it. And speech therapy, 10 years, right? Okay. Now I am. Oh my God, I love occupational therapy. And I'm doing physical therapy. Am I doing speech therapy? No, this is my speech therapy here. I did go back after 10 years speech therapy to this past year. I stopped, but this is, I know what I need to do. I'm recording myself quite a bit, and I don't, so I listen back and think, wow, you talk too fast. There's certain days that are worse than others. And I do forget what I say, but you know what? It is what it is. I love doing what I do. So, my legs had a complete different plan. Yeah, I know this whole routine here, how this works. And I know if Brad's out there, I mean, he's out past 20 years, I believe, post. Another motivating. You guys are all motivating. Mike, even you too. Kidding, Mike. Um, anyway, Mike, we need to do an update with you on how you doing. I knew you had your share of femur, this, that, and the other. So, and Debbie, if you do want to pop on here sometime to share your journey, feel free to reach out to me. Just private message me. Pretty easy to find. So anyway, I think that's kind of it, and I appreciate you guys. I know you don't need to. Um, thank you, Kelly. You don't need to worry about that, Mike. Everything's good to go. Thank you for you, Debbie. I'm in Missouri. Will do. Reach out to me. Be great. There's, Tuesday and Thursdays, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. East Coast time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. And if you're in Bangkok, Thailand, like my friend Chris, 10 a.m. It'd be, I believe 10 hours, 10 p.m. His time, which he was on. If you haven't saw the show, look at Tuesday's show. Pretty darn awesome. Kit, thank you for you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. But Kathleen, nice to see you guys. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me. If I don't get back to you right away, I will, because I don't sit here, 24/7. But I definitely am in touch. This is my life, is stroke. That and my family. So anyway, okay, stroke support group. Why? I'm just close to signing off here, but I appreciate you guys being here. It really nice to have the emotional support, and look forward to Tuesday. Got amazing guests as usual. Everybody's amazing. So I appreciate it, and hello to Yvonne. And anyway, you guys, we'll chat later. And again, if you want to reach out to me on my, it's easier right now. The issue is, but go to talk stroke. Thank you. Appreciate it. I know this. I appreciate it. This is all it's going to be really changed, because it's just a mess. And if you could only see the floor here, oh my gosh. That's okay. Thank you, Candace. Appreciate it. And anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day. And if I don't talk to you, have a great weekend. And Jerry, if you're out there, have a great weekend. Nice to see you somewhere. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will have a chat. And look forward to anybody else that wants to be on the show to share their update of their journey, TBI, stroke, aphasia, warriors. Thank you. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, and remember, Let's Talk Stroke on YouTube. Subscribe, and then if you want to reach out to me, you can either go private message, or you can go to talkstroke@gmail.com, which is my email address. I should have it all ready to put. I do somewhere on here, but thought I'd say that. So take care, you guys, and really be safe out there.